Hey y'all, welcome back to Doug's Cars. Hey, when you've got a car show right down the street from your house, like literally a block away, you have to go. Eight Flags Car Show is today, and it's supposed to be an amazing experience. I didn't see it last year because I was at Chattanooga for their second annual show that they have. I won't be in Chattanooga this week because I have company in town, but I can walk down the street to the car show. Let's check it out. Clean Mustangs here. $289. That one looks like factory air. Yeah, it's got the console under the dash. Automatic, bucket seats, tack, GT interior. Yeah, these are pretty cool. But we're just getting started. Man, there's cars everywhere. There's all kinds of cool stuff here, even some hot rods. Everybody look out for the Mustang just in case they decide to leave. Y'all, this is a Studebaker Transtar pickup. Very cool. Look at the 8-ball shifter. I bet you didn't know Studebaker made pickups. Well, they did. And this is one of them. Nice 1950s. Tri-Power. This is a Bonneville, of course a Pontiac. You can tell by the grille. Very cool. It's got some mag wheels on it, but just check out the chrome. Stainless trim, Tri-Power. Really, really cool color combination too. I love this 1970 Chevy. What a great color combination. It's got some blue pinstripe. It's got rally wheels that are bigger, of course. They're absolutely blasting classic rock, which makes it really fun to make a video. Now, this has been signed by Trevor Lawrence, the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback who went to Clemson. This is obviously Clemson colors. Interesting kicker box in the back, and this is really nicely done. I love the blue outline of the letters and the pinstriping down the side. Obviously they're a Clemson fan, hence the Trevor Lawrence too. Yeah, and obviously just short lock under the hood. Small block Chevy, very cool. Another really cool 60s pickup. Let's see, it's a custom, which of course it is anyway, but yeah, that's nicely done. I like the red and black, and it's got the wood slat bed. I see the fuel filler because the tank was behind the seat back then. And take off some Chevy Rally wheels, which are of course the best wheel ever made. And you've got the chains to hold the tailgate on.
We got some t-shirts for sale.
And the really loud PA system they have here. So, but a nice looking truck. Here's something more from my childhood. This is an El Camino. It looks like the headlights are off of like a Beretta, Chevy Beretta with a different nose cone. This is obviously some type of custom, but nice looking. I don't see any badging. I know a lot of these were customized by Choo Choo Customs out of Chattanooga. It's got the roll pan on the back with the Corvette lights. Not seeing any documentation as to where it came from, but I do like, I've never seen that front end treatment on one of these before. I swear those headlights are from a Beretta. This is a really nice DeSotos Sportsman V8. So this is a lesser known Mopar product. Power windows, very cool. See the DS on the hubcap. And of course the space age era winged hood ornament. And the very intricate grille with the gold V. I think someone's added a Hemi badge, although these did have Hemis. And fog lights, I guess. Maybe they're the turn signals. Yeah, those are the turn signals. Really lovely car. Look at the stainless trim on the front of the windshield. And the clap hand wipers. I like this. Old blue. Take a look at this International R110 series truck. That's a heavy duty truck. Looks like it's still in use. Got the International Harvester badge on the front. The 1953 Alabama tag on the front. And the wooden stakes in the back. Very cool. Got little dingy poos there, but it's been, yeah, those tires look, no, they're modern. Okay, they're not old tires. They're just shiny. Neat truck. You can see the windows are even delaminating. This is definitely a fun driver, I'm sure. Calvent. Spotted this down side block here and figured this is worth being in the show, so I'm going to show it because this is kind of the thing that I like. Sweet Bronco. Man, got the hood release right here in the middle of the grill, back when things didn't need to be locked. Nice James Duff lift kit, it looks like. Some Corbeau seats. Nice shifter there on the floor. Very cool. Nice color combination. Obviously the fenders have been cut away, but they look better like this. They really do, even though it's heresy, I know. Sacrilege. Or one of those. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, really cool looking Bronco. I like it. Even the wheels. Here's a 54 Chevy. Someone slammed it to the ground on some rally wheels. Nothing wrong with that. 3100. So I believe that was the 1 ton, but correct me if I'm wrong. The bed is apparently a work in progress. It's plywood, but it's a tight cab. I would be hard pressed to fit. Not because the steering wheel's in the way, but I just think my legs under there. Yeah, the no tilt wheel in a 54 Chevy, that's for sure. And again, you got the chains on the back that they just all had back then. Nice step side, the running boards, and again, fuel filler, because the tank is behind the seat. Look at that shift knob. That's like 2.5 feet long. There we go. Charger 500, or Cornet 500, I'm sorry. Convertible. It's got the little indents here on the side. Sweet bumblebee stripe on the back. Look at those taillights. That's awesome. Got the 500 listed there, and that extruded aluminum there in the middle. This is a really cool looking convertible. It's of course it's a power top car, but not too many other options. Has a radio, bench seat, of course, crank windows all around. And with so an option the side mirror, obviously, and then we've got, I don't know, it's probably a 318 under the hood, but still, it'll get down the road pretty nicely. This is a good looking car. I always like those wheels on these, and it's just a nice color combination. AMC made a bunch of muscle cars, you just never hear about them. This is a Javelin. Nice light yellow factory air compressor still under the hood for the AC. See, it's got an automatic there, and the AC vents in the middle, and the AM radio. Seat belt holders there in the middle of the console. Very cool, very spindly steering wheel. That's the way they were. And you got your vinyl top, you got your racing stripe. It's a 343 V8 according to that. And these are just good looking cars. They just never had the marketing budget, and they never had the panache and everything that the GM and Ford muscle and pony cars did. But it's a good looking car, it really is. And these are super rare. People are starting to realize they were pretty good cars and starting to restore them. But of course you can't see all the lines because everybody here has their hoods up, just like car shows of old. Oh, it's a nice Camaro. I like that. What is that? I need to go look at that. So it's another International. This is a 120. I believe the other one I saw was a 110. Obviously on a different chassis because it's 4-wheel drive. Side stacks. And it's done by a body shop, so they've put this patina on purpose. That's a cool bumper, just made out of a steel tube. And yeah, wood bed. That's not something you see every day. I do like the patina on this. They did a good job. Definitely stands out with all the 50s and 60s cruisers that are here, and then the gull-wing Corvette. We can step back into the 1960s here at the end of this block. There's a 61 VW Beetle, of course, but behind it, another 1960s staple, a Mercury Comet V8. Oh, it's a Comet Capri. But it's a Hurst car. It's got a Hurst shifter apparently, and it's got big meats in the back, and as I walk past I noticed something else. It's got scaffolding in the back seat, so it's not gonna be comfortable to sit back there, and it's got a ratcheting shifter, so there's your Hurst shifter. So this has got all kinds of Daytona stickers. This has been at a bunch of shows. It says it's a 66, so that makes sense. So it's a little bit older than the Beetle that has the tiny taillights, but where else are you gonna see a V8 Mercury Comet Capri Hurst shifter? I've never seen one before, and it's in hearing aid beige, but it's a really cool car, and I bet that's the color it came in, and that's why they kept it that way. I like that. And I don't normally like the wide meat cars. It just seems to work, and it's totally unassuming. It just looks like something they would have driven on Dragnet. It's awesome. Here's a nice Ford. You can see it's Galaxy 500, but it's actually an LTD. This is when they were starting to come up with that as the name for their flagship, and they used LTD way up into the 80s. A nice front end. This is 65, so around this time is when they started using LTD, and just a good looking car. They put some, looks like torque thrust, American Racing torque thrusts on it. Bucket seats with a console. Oh, factory air. Radio there under that hooded dash. Really cool car. A lot of room in here. I like the full-length console. Wing vent windows. This is a neat car. 352, so, and then got the Ford hood ornament that they used for so long. Now this is probably something more like they actually would have driven on Dragnet. I don't know if y'all can make out the paint in this on camera, but I have to show it if I can. Just look at the metal flake in that paint. That is really, really sweet. The way that paint has been done on this Mercury lead sled. I mean, it's chopped and channeled and all those words that they use. Wow. These are like windows on a modern day Camaro. That's really cool. I love the paint on this. It's just enjoying this Florida sunshine. I love a good Stinger hood. Oh look, 2 Stinger hoods. So these are both big blocks, or someone put a Stinger hood on a car that was not a big block, which was of course incredibly common, but just love a good Stinger hood. Good looking cars. Vertical radio is always cool in these. This one's got a hard top, still with a vertical radio. Hey, the clock's actually ticking. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's ticking in this one as well. They've had their clocks rebuilt. Well, I guess it's DeSoto Day here in Florida, because here's another. It's a 1950 with 30,000 miles. Division of Chrysler Corp. Yep. This one's also a custom. Rear vent windows, so you can get lots of flow-through air. Look at the legroom at the back of this. It's massive. And there's plenty of room up front too. Just have to scoot yourself underneath that giant steering wheel. 30,000 original miles. I'm sure that's not original paint, but it is a good looking car. 1950 Michigan plate. Well, this obviously didn't spend 72 years in Michigan because it's still here. But yeah, there's your cal vent. That's not for the engine, that's for you. Brings air in down in the footwells so you can get some fresh air. Nice flathead straight 6. Look at that big toothy grill, almost like a Buick. And the little card there says top speed 85 miles an hour, theoretical. Wow, very, very cool interior. There's even a pipe holder on the dashboard. A lot of Corvettes out today. Here you can see one that does not have a Stinger hood. It's probably a 327. And all the generations of Corvettes are here, as you can see. This dune buggy looking thing reminds me of the Grasshopper remote control car I had when I was a little kid. Cute. You gotta have a 55 Bel Air here. Interesting wheel cover selection, but it's a 4-door. Nobody saved these. Everybody saved the coupes. This is cool. I mean, it really is. You know, lightly modified, but interior door panels and all look fairly original. The seats obviously are different fabric, but it's interesting how they actually did the 4-door with all of the sweep spear down the side. Tow hitch, I mean, sure. Hey, it's a V8, why not? Man, Chrysler 300. Again, it's got the original owner sitting behind the wheel. Giant air compressor, or air conditioning compressor that is kind of like its own engine. Those things were gigantic in these old Chryslers. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Eight Flags Auto Show here on Amelia Island in Florida. I've got a car show block from my house. How cool is that? I had to go. I had to check it out. There's a lot of cool 60s stuff there, some 50s stuff. Saw a bunch of DeSotos. That was an unexpected Studebaker pickup truck. And yeah, it was just a good time. So I'm gonna go wander around a bit more now and just take a better look at some things and enjoy the rest of my lovely day here. I hope you all enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more Doug's Cars. Thanks y'all for watching.